Hey everyone, surprise! There's a video on a Wednesday! That hasn't happened in a while. Yeah, so I was looking through the stuff I had recorded for my cosplay channel, and like part of it, a lot of it is just like prep work of planning and such, which is, you know, fine, but like I wanted to have other stuff. But I did have this, which is a little more interesting. So I decided, also, yeah, I decided to just go ahead and post cosplay stuff on here as opposed to trying to do more social media because I can barely do the stuff I have now. It's really sad. Also, I used to have so much hair. It's really weird. Like, I got it cut back in April, so I literally got a 1.5 feet of hair cut off. Actually, I think it ended up being a little more in the end, but yeah. I had so much hair, and now it's just like a little above my shoulders, and it's so weird. But anyways, so this is the mock-up for a costume I've been meaning to do for a while, but just kept putting off, which is really weird because it came together really quick. But it is a TOS Skant, which for not nerds, which does Star Trek really even count? It's just like basic knowledge. I don't know anymore. Anyways, so it is a Star Trek, the original series, and it's the short little uniform dress, which is literally called a skant, which is delightful. And it has an interesting pattern. So this is just the mock-up. There's a few modifications I need to do that I'll get into towards the end. But you may notice it's interesting and taped together and yellow. The yellow is because this is the last thing that my printer ever printed before it just stopped. Like, we cannot figure out why it won't print anymore. It went from printing out my stickers, which are in my in my store, link below. Just buy things. I have very cute ones. This is a little Naga. She's my favorite. Anyways, so from printing my stickers and the colors coming out beautifully, and to the only color that printed was yellow, no matter how new the cartridge was, to just flat out nothing at all, no matter what we did. So I have a dead printer on the top of my desk now because it's also my small scanner. So it's like, oops. But anyways, so what it is there was a, oh my god, I can't remember what it is right now. Oh my gosh. I'm too freaking lazy to look it up. I think it was like a handbook or something that was released a while back. It's like, kind of like an employee handbook almost, so it was formatted towards technical guide, that's what it was. And I will put a link to where I found it and some other information about it below, above my normal links. And anyways, so what it had was a full sheet with the pattern pieces laid out for the various uniforms, for in case the replicators, whatever, wasn't working and you needed to manually put together, just as an example. But the thing is, it's actually a pretty good pattern, even if it is, like a letter-sized sheet of paper normally. So what I did was I took my measurements and I vaguely mathed it out, and I think I sized it, I just scaled it up until the waist measurement was about right. I think, and printed it out and taped everything together and then cut out the pieces, which is why I need to do a bunch of modifications. And it's kind of annoying because the way I pattern things is I have the least amount of, I tend to end up with a bunch of, pieces I can mirror. And the way that this goes together with the swirl is every single piece is unique. So, like, no cutting on the folds. Oh no. You gotta do it properly. But anyways, so I, printed out all the pieces, finally, finished murdering my printer, and decided to start out doing a mock-up in muslin. I have several yards of a red double knit. Pretty sure it's a double knit. Crud, I can't remember what it is. Oh my gosh. It's a thick red knit. That's the important part. To make the actual one out of. But I decided to do the mock-up do a mock-up in muslin because it's cheap. And the original costumes for the show actually, I believe they went from like a velour to different ones. If you look, there's differences in between the series 3. Anyways, let's not go into that. But my initial worry was actually that the arms would be so small, because they look really small. But they actually worked quite well. Really the biggest problem that I had with it was that some of the... for some reason the hemline didn't line up, which is weird, but quite easy to deal with. Especially with the way that I plan to finish the actual one. But the pleat is really weird because there's a front pleat and there's a front pleat and a back pleat, and it doesn't quite work. The pattern is actually to put the zipper in the side seam in the underarm, but I just don't like clothing that has where the zipper doesn't go all the way and open. So I just put the zipper in the back swirl, which sewed together quite well, but I need to add about 2 inches in, so it didn't actually close properly. But it did work, so, that's cool. But the pattern itself went together pretty well. This is just the mock-up. I need to do some minor fit adjustments, and obviously add a few more inches along about an inch along the edge of both side seams, I think, and I should be good. And then figure out the collar, but yeah, here's pretty much what the end product looks like. It's actually pretty good, I swear. And as usual, I have links to all my social media and such below, and thanks for watching!